Welcome to the place where brains collide with science, wit, and a nerdy vibe. I'm Dr. Angel. Let's dive in where psychology meets a clever spin. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.
Have you ever noticed how sometimes you just can't focus at home, but the second you step into a coffee shop, your brain kicks into high gear? Suddenly that to-do list doesn't seem so impossible and you're typing away like a productive machine. Well, it's not magic, it's environmental. And that's how our surroundings directly influence our mood, motivation, and productivity. And today we're diving into why your brain responds so strongly to your environment and how small changes can completely transform your focus and your mental health. Hi there, nerdy minds. Welcome back to Nerdy Psychology, the channel where we take the fascinating world of the brain, break it down with a sense of humor, science, and well, a whole lot of nerdiness. I'm Dr. Angel, and today we're exploring the powerful yet underrated psychology tool, your environment. Before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And let's push toward our big goal of 10,000 subscribers. Your support means the world. And I love this growing nerdy community with all of you. Now, let's dive in. The science behind environmental psychology. All right. Let's talk science. Environmental psychology, well, it's the study of how our surroundings impact our thoughts and our emotions, as well as our behaviors. Studies show that things like lighting, noise level, color schemes, even clutter can dramatically impact and affect our focus, our stress levels, and, well, our overall well-being. Your brain, it's constantly responding to your environment, whether you are aware of it or you're not. Think about how you feel in a dimly lit, cluttered room versus a bright, organized space. One makes you feel a little sluggish and maybe overwhelmed. The other feels open and fresh and motivating. That's not a coincidence. That's your brain reacting to the stimuli in your environment. I once had a client who struggled with productivity while working from home. No matter how much they tried, they felt sluggish and uninspired and overwhelmed. Then we made one simple change. We moved their desk closer to a window. Boom, within a week, they started reporting to me more focus and energy just because they moved their desk to access a little bit more natural light. Sometimes the smallest, teeniest, tiniest tweaks can make the biggest differences. So how do we use this to our advantage? Decluttering for mental clarity. Let's start with one of the simplest but most powerful environmental hacks, decluttering. And I'm not saying you have to go on and be this full-on minimalist, but research shows that excess clutter, that increases our cortisol levels, that stress hormone, and it decreases our ability to just focus and concentrate. Have you ever tried to work at a messy desk? Your brain gets kind of overwhelmed with all the visual noise, making it really hard to concentrate and focus. But on the flip side, if you just cleared your space, it can give your brain, well, a sense of control and more mental clarity and better focus. I had a friend once who was struggling to write a book, and she'd sit down and she'd work, but then her mind would wander and it would wander over here, and she'd find herself scrolling on her phone, and she'd find herself looking up all kinds of wild things that had nothing to do with her project that she wanted to do for herself. So one day she decided, I am just going to go and I am going to re-clean my workspace that I work at to write my book. And she reorganized her papers. She put away her distractions. She even added a little plant. And that night, guess what? She cranked out like 2,000 words. Your environment sets the stage for your focus. I'm going to say that again because it is so imperative. Your environment sets the stage for your focus. So, a quick fix to this is try the 5-minute decluttering rule. Set a timer for 5 minutes and just clean whatever you can in that time. You would be amazed at how much calmer and more focused you feel after you get that done. We're not talking about a whole overhaul of the house, just the space you are trying to work on and grab that focus and concentration. Sometimes I call it just change of venue can make a huge difference. If just moving to a different space, even in the same house or place, can make a huge difference within getting things done as well. The psychology of color and lighting. Your environment isn't just about the clutter, it's also about the color and the lighting. Studies show that different colors affect our mood, our cognition in way powerful ways. Blue and green, they boost creativity and focus. They're so great for workspaces. Yellow and orange, that's energizing and mood lifting, best for like social areas. And then red, it's stimulating, but also kind of linked to stress. So use that one with caution. Ever wondered why fast food restaurants really use a lot of reds and yellows to make those colors make people feel energized, but also a little restless? So it encourages them to eat quickly and then leave. All right, now let's talk about lighting. Natural light, game changer. It helps our mood and productivity. Studies show how it boosts our serotonin levels and it regulates our circadian rhythm. It makes us more alert during the day, but also rest and sleep better at night. Warm lighting. Think soft yellow lights. It creates this like cozy and relaxing vibe. Great for, winding down. Cool lighting. Think like bright white lights. They enhance our focus, so they're great for work or study areas. I recently switched my office fluorescent lights to warm tone bulbs. Oh my gosh. And within a week, I noticed I was so much more relaxed and I had a lot fewer headaches throughout the day. Lighting matters more than we realize. Quick fix: if you do not get much natural light, try a full spectrum light bulbs or a sun lamp to stimulate the daylight. It can make a huge difference to your energy levels as well as your focus and your concentration and, well, your productivity. The power of changing locations. Sometimes the best way to refresh your brain is simply to change your physical environment completely. We call this a, venue change. Ever struggle at home, but when you go to that coffee shop, that library, you suddenly get so much more done. That's because changing locations, it resets your brain's association with space. Your home might be linked to relaxation and it might be making it harder to focus on work. But a coffee shop, your brain associates that with a little bit of mild background noise and movement, which could actually improve your ability to focus and concentrate. It's literally called the coffee shop effect, and it's been studied and researched and well documented. As well, when we stay home and we're really trying to work on maybe tasks that might be work related or focus and concentrated related, it's so easy for us to remember. We talked about in previous episodes, our brain is lazy. So it wants to do the things that are easiest for it. So while you're sitting there trying to, think of a research paper or a project for work or something you're working on, your brain's going, oh, look, I can load the dishwasher. Oh, look, there's some laundry. Oh, there's some dust. Oh, look, let me watch this. It finds everything else in the world that it can do than the thing it needs to do. And also, so when we're taking our brain and our body to a whole nother space and location, not only do we not have all those other distractions, but it really can tell our brain, this is focus time, this is concentration time, this is work time. And it can really help us get so much more accomplished in so much less time. I used to write my best research and papers when I was in college, either at the bookstore cafe or the Starbucks. In fact, I would sit at the Starbucks. We had a 24-hour Starbucks, and I would sit there all night long and work on my papers or my research or whatever I was working on when I was in college. There's just something about that buzz, that conversation, the smell of coffee that just made me more focused and concentrated and better at getting what I needed to get done in a shorter amount of time. So, quick fix if you are stuck in a productivity rut, try working somewhere new, a cafe, a co working space, or even just a different room in your house. Your brain loves novelty, and switching environments can, well, kickstart that motivation and gear. So, your homework assignment. All right, nerdy minds, it is challenge time. Pick up one environmental tweak to try today. If it's declutter a workspace for 5 minutes, or adjust your lighting, open a window, or just use a different type of light or lamp. Change locations when you're working, try something new. Drop an emoji in the comments once you've done this. Let us see what changes makes the biggest difference for you. If this episode gave you a fresh perspective on your environment, don't forget to hit that subscribe and ring the notification bell. We're pushing towards 10,000 subscribers, and I'd love for you to be a part of our growing community. Also, share this video with someone who feels stuck and unmotivated. Sometimes all it takes is one small change in our surroundings to spark a whole new level of energy. All right, my wonderful brainiacs, that's all we have for this week. Remember, your environment isn't just your background, it's actively shaping your mind and your productivity. As always, stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.
Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.